Hello, my name is Juliana. I'm a legal practitioner. I specialize in intellectual property, entertainment law, music business, sports law. I'm a singer and songwriter. This is my first live broadcast, and I would like to thank you for joining me today. Today, I'll be talking about copyright, but before I do that I would like to ask everyone joining me to please like, share with your friends, tag someone, give a high five, give a big wow and smile. Also, you can write to just say where you're listening from. Today I'll be talking about copyright, and is it possible to make money copywriting your song? In Nigeria, there's a very big misconception. People are not really sure whether they should copyright their songs or whether they should not copyright their songs. They feel that probably if they just finish singing the song and they bring it out, that would be enough. But as a legal practitioner, I would actually advise to go ahead to copyright your songs, because there are several advantages that you can get from copywriting your songs. Now, if you don't copyright your songs, someone can actually go ahead and steal your song, and there's nothing you can actually do about it. You can take your jotter or your whatever to the court and you say, oh, I wrote this in this place, I did this in this place, but you cannot really prove that I am the owner of this. And internationally, there are a lot of ways that you can make money from your songs. But before making that money, thank you very much. Before making that money, you would have to have to show proof that you're the owner of the song. Also, you would have to show that either you're the master rights or you're the composer of that particular work. So if you cannot show that you're the owner of that composed work, or you have the master rights recording to it, then it will be hard for you to claim royalties for that. Okay, feel free to click your like button and to share and tag your friends also. Now, there are several misconceptions that people have concerning copyright. Number one, people say, copyright, is it trademark or is trademark copyright? Can I trademark my songs? The truth is that you cannot trademark your song, but you can copyright your song. Copywriting your song is taking your song to the Copyright Registry of Nigeria and giving it to them and saying, I want to register this as a sound recording or as a musical element. And when you're able to do that, then you have the right to it. But trademark has to do with your band name. Let's say my name is Juliana Imam and I'm a singer. I can decide to trademark Juliana Imam. Or if I have a band and my band is Flying High, I can decide to trademark Flying High. Or I can decide to trademark my band slogan or something like that, but I cannot trademark my songs. Now, there's also another misconception, and that is, must my work be perfect before I can copyright it? The answer is no. You don't have to wait until your song is perfect. You don't have to go to the studio to record it before your song can be copyrighted. What you can do actually is, once you get your phone, that's your smartphone or your system recording device, you can just take it and you sing into it, blah, blah, blah. And after singing into it, you just take that recording and you do the copyright for it, either in their office or you can do it on your system at home. So this is something that people are not sure of, and so they have to wait until they finish mastering it, and after they finish mastering it, they now start thinking, okay, how would I start trademarking it? But this is something that you can do right from just your room. You can just record it on your phone and you can go ahead to do the copyright for it. Also, another misconception that people like saying too is, okay, I've said that, can I copyright my name, my band name? No, you cannot copyright your band name. No, you cannot trademark your band name. You can only copyright your band name. Then also, people also say, can I do it myself, or must I get a lawyer to do it for me? Now the thing is, you can actually do this yourself, but people are not aware that you can do this yourself. You don't need a lawyer to do your copyright for you. You can sit in the convenience of your home and copyright your song yourself. Finally, people also ask, is it expensive? Sorry, I can't copyright my song, it's too expensive. After I go to the studio and I do all that, why would I have to now go and pay someone again to copyright the song for me? Now the thing is, you can actually do it yourself and it's not expensive. In my seminar coming up on the 8th of September, I'll be teaching you on how to copyright your song yourself. You do not need a lawyer and it's not expensive. To copyright your song in Nigeria, coincidentally, a lawyer might charge you as much as 100,000, 150, 200, but you will not believe it. And I'm a lawyer, but I will just tell you, copyrighting your song is for as low as 10,000 naira. And yes, you can do that yourself, but if you cannot do that, you can also engage the services of a lawyer. It's not expensive. And to copyright your song abroad, it's as cheap as $35 to do that for a single song and for a single songwriter, and it's as cheap as $55 to do that with another author. And you can actually compile all your songs together. Let's say you have 20 songs, you can put those 20 songs together and you can copyright it with just 10,000 naira. But if you're not aware, you might end up paying a lawyer a very huge amount of money trying to copyright your songs one by one. So let's say you pay 30,000 naira for each. You can pay 30,000 naira for your 10 tracks. You can just do the math. I'm a lawyer, so I can't really say that. Then I'm going to go ahead to define what copyright is. Copyright is a bundle of rights that is given to an author or to the owner of a particular work. So, a lot of people have ideas. You have ideas in your head. And so you're like, oh, I have this idea in my head and I think it's already copyrighted in my brain. Well, the answer is no. Your work is not copyrighted in your brain. Your work is only copyrighted. Okay, technically, it's actually said that once you put your work in a tangible form, that's in a fixed form, let's say you write it down, it's already copyrighted. That is what is said generally. But it would be good for you to go ahead to register your work, but it has to be in a tangible form, meaning it has to be on a paper, it has to be on a recording device, it has to be in a CD, it has to be in a tangible form for you to be able to copyright that particular thing. So part of the things that you can copyright as a singer, you can copyright your songs, you can copyright your lyrics, you can copyright your melodies, you can copyright your master sound recording, you can copyright your poetry, you can copyright your spoken word. Now, people might think, why do I have to do all this? But I've said that and I'll still continue saying it. There are a lot of benefits that you can get from copyrighting your song. Now, there's something called the Berne Convention. People are confused and they're like, do I have to copyright my song in Nigeria and copyright it in the US and copyright it in Europe? How do I do it? And the truth about this is, copyrighting your song is actually a universal thing. That is, any country that is a signatory to the Berne Convention, when you copyright your song in that country, it automatically gets recognition in other countries that are signatories to Berne Convention. There are 174 countries that are signatories to Berne Convention. For example, Nigeria is a signatory. US is a signatory to that, but they are not fully signed to all the parts of the convention, but majorly they are signatories to it. So if you copyright your song in Nigeria, you also automatically copyright your songs in those countries, so you don't have to do multiple copyrights in those countries. Now, for this Berne Convention, is something that has already been done, and so you don't have to stress yourself about it. Just go to the registration office in Nigeria, both physically or online, and register your song. Once you're able to register your song, even if you go to the US and someone infringes on your song in the US, it's already copyrighted, and so you can easily claim for damages in the US, showing them your certificate that I copyrighted my song in Nigeria and Nigeria is part of the signatory. Now, I'll talk about the duration duration, that is the lifespan of a copyright. The lifespan of a copyright is for the lifetime of the owner and for 70 years after the death of the owner. For example, my name is Juliana Imam. I have my album coming up on the 30th of this month, and I've already done the copyright to it. And so what happens then is that throughout my lifetime, those songs that I've actually brought out are already copyrighted. They are already copyrighted. And then after I die, 70 years after, they are all copyrighted. And so my children and my grandchildren can enjoy from the copyrights that I have. But the thing about this is that after 70 years, it actually goes into the public domain. The meaning of public domain is when you copyright your songs and somebody wants to use that particular song, if it is not in the public domain, then they have to get license from you to either do a cover version or to do samples of your song. They have to get a license from you. But when your songs are not copyrighted, then they would not get license from you. But it being copyrighted, it means that it has been there. That means it will be there for the next 70 years after your death. And so even after you die, whenever they want to copyright the song, they would come back and get license from you to do the cover version of the song. Now, after the 70 years has expired, it will now go into the public domain. And that public domain means that they do not have to come and get license from you to do the cover versions or to do whatever they want to do with your song. They can just go ahead and use your song. And so songs that have been written from 1930 something or something like that, they are songs that you might be able to use without getting license for those songs because they've already come into the public domain. So part of the things that you enjoy copywriting your song is that people have to come to you to get license from your song, and that is paying you money to get license for your song, for them to be able to do cover versions. So when, like, people use people's songs on YouTube and on Facebook and different places, but when you copyright your song, you have an ID to your song, and so when people use your song, you are automatically told that your song has been used for this, and those people are monetized for using your song because you have the copyright. So it's advised that people go ahead to do their copyright. Now I'll be talking about the benefits of copywriting your song. The benefits: one, you have the actual damages. Actual damages is that, let's say someone copies your song and they duplicate your songs into several, let's say 1,000 copies. You can actually go and go to court and sue for those amounts of CDs made or those amounts of uploads and views made. And so you can say, I want to sue this so and so person for using my song on YouTube. I want to, and they've had so amount of views, and I also want to sue them for making 10,000 copies of my work. And you now say, okay, that they sold it for this amount, and this was the profit made, and this was what they deprived you of getting from your songs, actually, if you would have been the one to sell it. And so you sue them for actual damages. Also, another benefit is that you can sue them for statutory damages. Also, you can sue them for attorney fees. Now, this is the lawyer that actually comes to help you prosecute that case. You can actually sue them for attorney fees. But when your song is not copyrighted, you might end up carrying the burden of paying your lawyer. And when you pay your lawyer, that means you are taking out of yourself to actually pursue that particular case. Then also, I'll be talking about royalties for the composition and the master work. When you copyright your songs, part of the benefit that you have is that you get the royalties for the composition and the master of it, meaning that if somebody wants to do the cover version of just your song, but they will go to the studio to have a different, by the time they register it, they will still register it and say you are the composer of it. So when they say you are the composer of it, that's you are the songwriter. They might be paying them for the master version, that is the sound recording, but they will pay you for the composing part of it. Also, when people want to get licenses they would, sorry, when people also want to get licenses, they would also come and pay you for the license. This is one of the advantages that you get also, because they come and they pay you for the license, mechanical license, license to reproduce your song. So they will come and they will pay you, and when they pay you for it, this is also a way that you get money when you copyright your song. Also, it is protected from infringement and from illegal copying. One of the rights that they have is to go and snatch people that pirate work and all that. But how would you prove that you're the owner of that particular work to enable them to be able to go and seize and destroy works that have been pirated? You have to show that you are the copyright. And so this is one of the benefits that you get by copyrighting your songs. Also, you have your work in the public record. Now, having it in the public record is that they are not just having it in your house and saying, I am the owner of it. No, it's also in the registry of the particular country that you did it with. And so it's in the public record. Anybody can go and search and say, I want to see who is the owner of Touch a Soul album. And when they check who is the owner of Touch a Soul album, they discover that this is the song of Juliana Imam. And so it's in the public record. So it's already speaking for you without you having to go around and saying, I'm the owner, I'm the owner, I'm the owner. And something that happened is that people actually go and, okay, there's someone I know that actually wrote a song, somebody stole this song, and for the past 20 years they have been crying, I'm the owner, I sang this song, I'm the owner, I sang this song. But nobody can know that they're actually the owner, because when you type the song on the internet or you type it on the copyright website, you cannot see that they are the owner of the song. So this is part of the benefits that you get, because your song gets into the public domain, gets into the copyright system of the particular country. Also, you get a certificate of registration, and this is a prima facie evidence. So when you get a certificate of registration, you can easily show that you are the owner of the song. For example, before I brought out my album, I was actually trying to upload it on some sites, and they said I have to prove that I am the owner of those particular songs. And so what I did was that I took the certificate and I showed it to them, and I said, this is the certificate of the song, I am the owner of the song. And they were able to give me the privilege which I actually wanted. So this is another thing that you can do to prove that you're the owner of your song. I've already said that you get royalties for covers and for licensing. Also, you have the right to give permissions for the song. And so even when people want to do like a live performance of your song, they can actually get license from you to do a live performance of your song. But in Nigeria, we actually see that people do live performance of your song. They go to churches, go to events, and they sing people's songs without actually telling that I am actually singing this person's song. Or let's say they sing your song, it's automatically registered that this is the particular owner of the song. So when they are paying for the performance rights of the song, then they pay the person for the performance, and they pay you for being the composer of the song. So in my next session, which is tomorrow, because I'm having a live session for the next 2 weeks, Mondays to Fridays, next week Mondays to Fridays, and I'll be talking about different ways that you can make money from your songs globally. So tomorrow I'll be talking about the different divisions of copyright. Copyrights are divided into different aspects, and if you know those aspects, then you would know how to copyright your songs. You will actually know the correct way to copyright it, and when you want to give licenses, you also know which of the license to give. So I'll be treating the different divisions of copyright tomorrow. I'll also be treating your rights as a copyright holder, and I'll be treating the cost for copyrights and how to go about it in my session tomorrow. So I would really like you to like this, share it, go on my social media platforms and subscribe on YouTube. I'll also like you to visit iTunes to get my songs that will be ready on the 30th of August. You can check on iTunes, Amazon, Spirit Coco, and some other sales music outlets to get my albums. I have 2 albums. I have a jazz album and I have a gospel album. Then also I have a workshop coming up on the 8th of September in Abuja, and in this workshop I will be showing you with a system what to click and how to go about getting your money and mopping up your funds. Do you know that you can actually get money for your songs in Nigeria and abroad? Do you know that you can get money as a songwriter? So these are some of the things that you can actually benefit. Then in case you have questions, you can actually send a text or you can call me on 08101659515. This is a Nigerian number, so when you're not calling from Nigeria, you can add +234 to get me. Then this particular video was in partnership with One Voice Africa. Very soon you'll be seeing and you'll be hearing more about them. Thank you very much for listening. I told myself I can do it. I'm doing it. You too can do it. Make money from your music. It's not free. Make money from your music. Thank you. Have a nice day. Bye.